I have 2 words for you. $2 tacos. Well, that's 3 words. But welcome to Life Chronicles with Michael.
Shaisha.
And we're going to get right into it. First topic, first episode is why relationships and dating is just so hard right now.
Oh.
Yeah, just...
It's a whole struggle.
Yeah, I bet if you ask like 100 people, everybody has... I would probably say 95 of them have a bunch of horror stories.
Especially in this area. Number.
Yeah, a lot of... I would say 95% have horror stories. I know I got some horror... And I'm talking about traumatizing horror stories. So...
Yeah. So I would say a main reason that relationships or dating, we can kind of intertwine them, is so hard is, for one, we're in a hookup culture.
Yes.
I'll name another one. For two... we are doing everything in a digital age. So I think that leaves like a barrier, kind of, if that makes sense. Like or disconnect would be a better word. Like a disconnect doing everything online.
You get this addictive like feeling. You get that what is that
endorphins.
Endorphins rush in when they say, "Oh, someone likes me. Oh shit, I got somebody that actually like me." And then it's like it wears off so fast. And you're like, yeah, whatever. I don't feel like actually sending this person a message. An actual message. Yeah. Actually, and then getting to go to the next step is hard. But we can show you guys how to do that because I've did a lot of Tinder dating.
He knows.
Yeah, I know how to get it to go from the Tinder message to the date very fast. I think one hard thing is one reason why dating is so bad because it's not just the hookup culture. I think it's also like that illusion of choice. Ooh, like you feel like you got so much choice out here, but anybody that's been dating longer than 6 months, a year maybe, can tell you it's not really that much choice. Really, like it's not that much choice out there. But it feel like you do. And also, if you go into the dating world with kind of like just no kind of goals, you just kind of I'm gonna see what I like out there. It's almost like going to the grocery store without a list. You'll be in that grocery store, that market forever, and then you might pick up some shit you don't even want.
Yeah, we don't want it.
Yeah, like herpes.
Right, we don't want it.
Yeah, I'm swiping through Tinder. I'm swiping through Bumble, and I literally was just like, I caught myself. I got into a moment of awareness, and I'm just like, this feels like I'm like legit just shopping for a human being.
That's a good way to put it.
It's like I'm shopping for a human being. So I think that makes dating tough because you'll go out on a date with somebody and you'll just feel like, I'll probably be on another date tomorrow. And it was like that. It was like that. Like I was like, all right. It was to the point where I had like 5 dates set up. So it was like, why would I invest in this one person when it's like I already have literally 4 or 5 other meetups ready, you know? So it just made dating a little bit harder to choose one person.
So I would agree with Michael, but a different perspective would be I have dates lined up. Mind you, we have different like relationship styles. So for me, I'm more into open relationships or polyamory. So that's the difference is like I believe in many loves, but I think that's how me and him both learn from each other though too. So so of course I'll have dates lined up, but something that I do is from the beginning. Of course, I don't always go in like knowing like this is what I want from the person. But I'm always like upfront with them about how I date and my relationship style choice of like how I like am into non-monogamy. I tell people that up front and then let them know that I'm dating other people. And then I think for me, sometimes every now and then I do go into it of like, okay, I know that this is what I'm looking for, but then every now and then I go into it of like, let me connect with this person first, get to know them, and then see if us being in a relationship is something that both of us want. So
that's good. I think a lot of people kind of don't do that. They just go out on dates just kind of because it's something to do. You know, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's like that in your city or your country, but I feel like here it's just like, all right, I'm gonna go out. It's good to not really have any expectations, but you wanna. I mean, as a man, I'm going out. I'm spending money because I think guys, you should spend the money for the date. I always joke when people say, "Oh, I spend $200, $300 on the first date. I did that simp stuff before too. That is so stupid. Don't do that. I have 2 words for you. $2 tacos. Well, that's 3 words. But $2 tacos. I don't have some great taco dates. I'm telling you. Go get a couple of tacos and see if you can connect. That's what I always say. You know, I try to get to the date right away because studies show most women, 3 out of 4 women, that's most women you can say, don't even know they're on a date because guys say, let's go hang out. I say, we're going on a date. We're going on a date. Most women say they don't even know if they're on a date or not because guys are saying, oh, let's go hang out. Netflix and chill. No, Netflix and chill. I'm not saying that. That's right to me. If you want that, do not say no. Come watch Netflix and chill. Every chick know what that means.
We know what you're talking about.
So this is the stuff that make dating hard, you know? So.
Let's hang out versus let's go on a date. Let's just go hang out. Even for me, it's like, it's less commitment. There's not that like commitment piece of like...
Date versus hang out?
So I think of a lot of people, same thing. Think of like friends with benefits or like, this is somebody that I'm just hanging out with versus like, this is my date. Yeah. Like that difference of like terminology. Yeah. That's what I think of as to why some people are like, let's just hang out, but they take you to this fancy restaurant.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Like, after it's like,
don't do that on the first few dates. Yeah, don't do no first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had all kind of dates. I've had dates where the first meetup is at my crib, especially during COVID. But I had some first dates where it was like, oh, it's 10 o'clock and you're at my crib, but those aren't really dates. You know? Those work out like, let's do some boom, boom, boom. You know, right. The boom, boom, boom dates is kind of fun too. But
Netflix and children, it was what it was.
Right. I didn't even call it that. I just said, come over and, you know, grab a bottle of wine and, you know, I don't like the Netflix and chill stuff. I feel like this culture is too much like, we got to use this code language with each other.
It's a code, yes.
Just bring a bottle of wine over and get your cute ass over here. You know, that's something like that. You know, don't say no Netflix and chill.
Get that ass over here.
I think another reason why relationships, at least on the relationship part, is so hard because I think it gets to a point where people think relationships are supposed to be excitement at every turn, passion at every turn. You know, with the shit they show you on Hollywood. I don't think that that's not real life. Shit happen in real life where you not always like you have that strong pull to your partner, I think, or to the person that you're with or dating or whatever. I don't know. I just think that's not like realistic. But people really believe like, oh man, I'm not feeling strong feelings for this person as I did in the first few weeks or few months or whatever. So did that mean I got to go run and go somewhere else? I think it's really hard because a lot. And I think this is maybe more women. I think a lot of women, I don't know if this is true, but I think a lot of women expect to have passion and romance, which I love to do romantic stuff anyway, but they think that's supposed to be all. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. And I don't even think it's a simple stuff to do that for your girl. But yeah, I think they think it's supposed to be like that every day, all the time. I mean, that's just not realistic.
And then I would concur with what he's saying sometimes. I think it really depends on your love language and how you like love and like consider love and like romance. So like acts of service, that's my thing. So of course food, like right. Can you do some dishes, can you take me to work, can you drop me off at the airport, like that's my thing. So like if I'm not getting those things, so then of course I'm gonna feel neglected. Same thing, quality time. So like even if we're not romancing, like for me, like time together is what matters. So I think it really just depends on like the person and what their needs and wants are out of the relationship. But I do agree with what he's saying. Like we always want to, for the most part, want to be like wined and dined, but I think some of that could be just like female nature too.
Oh yeah, for sure. About that but you know what though, to piggyback on that, the whole whining and dining and romancing and stuff, whatever you do to get something, I think you gotta keep doing. You gotta do it to keep it. That's anything in life. If you lose, I lost 100 pounds. The reason why I gained it back because I stopped doing the stuff I did to get there. Right. You know, I stopped working out often. I stopped doing that stuff, and you will lose it. That's anything you do. So I think do stuff that you do, whatever you do in the beginning, that has to be a part of who you are. So it's like if I'm doing stuff. If I'm finessing those love languages, like you were saying, I'm spending quality time. I'm only doing it because I actually genuinely like spending quality time with the person I'm connected with. Or if I'm doing, I try to, like my strongest love languages isn't like gifts and acts of service, but I try to incorporate all of them in there. But I think that leads to another reason why I think relationships are so hard is because you start taking people for granted.
Facts.
Yeah, when you start getting taken for granted, that's in anything in life again. Like say for instance your job. If you're going above and beyond, because most people when they get a new job, they going above and beyond for their job. They start working extra hours, staying late. Oh, I'll stay late. But when your boss, you start feeling kind of like, all right, they don't care.
They don't appreciate me.
They don't appreciate me. They don't appreciate what I'm doing. You start doing less. And then it gets to the point where you eventually like, all right, I'm gonna look for another job.
Ooh, facts. Ooh,
so that's what make relationships hard. Because people are, all right, I'm getting taken advantage of, or not taking advantage of, but they just stop doing those things.
We become complacent.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
So I get it. Like, no, that was a good way to put it. It's like you have to continue the effort that you started. So like I think of like somebody that I was dating, like first started off opening up doors, car doors, and then it stopped, and then I would bring it up to where I'm like, dude, like you used to do this consistently, and now you're not doing it, and it's making me feel away. Right, yeah. And then you would be like, pretty much like get upset, and I'm like, you created this because you set that expectation for me, and now you're not doing it. So now I'm like, what is happening? What's different? So
see, my dad do that with my mom all the time. You said your ex. Or the guy you was dealing with used to open doors and finesse you and all of that shit with the opening doors and trying to be like, look, baby, I'm opening these doors for you. Right, yeah, I'm a gentleman, baby. But then after he started getting used to you, man, because he stopped. I feel like, man, don't do nothing that you don't normally do. Like the reason why I think my dad still opened the door for my mom is because like that's just in his nature. That's what he was. It's part of who he is. It's his nature, yeah. So. And I was raised that, so I kind of do that. Well, I forget here and there, my girlfriend would bitch at me, maybe say, "Oh, you're not giving my door this time," and I,
that's what I used to do. Like,
but I'll be like, no, I mean, I forgot this time, but for the most part, though, I enjoy opening the door for my girl, and I feel like it's in my nature to take care of my woman, So taking each other for granted or stop doing the stuff. That's why you shouldn't do anything that's not a part of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to impress nobody. That's what I say. I'm not taking I used to do this. I've done the dumbest dates. I'm telling you. I mean, it is a great way for the most part. But I did stupid dates that I'm like, why did I spend all this money?
We've talked about this before.
Right, yeah, we have. I did some stupid dates.
We're just going to be honest.
Yeah, I always have.
To smash, you don't put all the effort.
No.
Wait, you don't want to put effort in? Yes, we do, but...
Not too much effort. Don't be a try-hard on these dates, because if she like you, she like you. And you go get tacos. If she like you, she. The taco dates has served me well. You can meet a lot of people who are just like not like their intentions aren't in the right place. I feel
right.
Like you're on a dating site and your profile may say one thing. That's why I think dating sites for guys. If guys have dating sites, because we don't get enough action as you guys. You guys, you put up a dating site with one picture, hundreds of messages. We need to have everything together on our shit. But,
I agree.
They can say, "Oh, I'm looking for this," and you go on a date, and they're kind of like, you can tell they've been on dates. A lot of them going on foodie dates and all this stuff, just getting free food and stuff. I have a lot of women friends told me like, yeah, they hungry. Let me go on Tinder. So I feel like, so it's more screening you have to do. That make dating hard. I definitely think that make dating hard. And I don't know, I can't speak for women, but I think like for women, they feel like, all right, like I had a chick tell me, if you my man and I want some food or something, I want something and you don't give it to me. This was the first date too, by the way. And she was like, I'm just going to go on Tinder and get it anyway. I'm like, ooh. I said. But I saw her on Facebook complaining that it's no good man. She's lonely. She probably, yeah.
Because she's spoiled and entitled. Yeah. I could be that person sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely makes dating hard. Yeah. I don't know. Relationships is everything has pros and cons. Like it's great being in a relationship. Sometimes it has its challenges. Another thing is it's like, relationships actually take work. Like when you feel like you're connected to somebody or you're with somebody, they actually do take work. Like you just can't just expect it. Oh, it's not going great. That's because you have to actually work at it.
Yep.
It's like anything
Don't
that you
self-sabotage.
Right? Yeah. Oh, you should talk about that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Don't self-sabotage.
Do people self-sabotage on purpose when they don't really like the person? Because I feel like if you really like somebody, would you
It has nothing to do with it.
Really?
Yeah. Self-sabotaging is more of like your own fears and like your own self of like, or even rejection. So like for me, there's times that I felt rejected by a person, and self-sabotaging is like, let me end this before they dump me. Yeah.
So that's more like an attachment injury you probably had. And it's like,
wound,
okay, I know I'm about to feel that rejection, so let me reject it first, so I don't feel as bad. Yeah. Only time I did that, I would like to call these passive breakups, because I feel like if you a guy that's trying to do good, you don't really want to hurt no woman. You don't want to hurt a woman, you know. Yeah. So I don't want to be known as the dude that's just out here just like breaking hearts, you know what I'm saying? Because I had my heart broken. I don't want to break no hearts.
Right.
So I would. I just go so bad.
I feel like I know this.
I told you about this. I don't want to say no names because we know a lot of people.
We ain't putting y'all names.
Right. We ain't putting nobody's name out there, but I pretty much did a passive breakup where I get them to break it off with me.
Oh yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, so now we need you guys' thoughts as to why you think dating or relationships are hard. So leave it in the comments or on our social medias. You want to plug yours in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see what you guys want to say. I want to see what your opinions are. I want to really dive into this topic because, I mean, everybody wants somebody, right? So what makes it tough for you guys? Why relationships are so hard these days? They worked before. Maybe they didn't work before. I don't know. But
that's a whole episode.
Yeah. So so we want to know why you guys think the way you think, or we want to know, or tell us we're full of BS. I mean, whatever. Just we know we're not though. But so comment, subscribe, like, whatever.
All the things.
Yeah, whatever. Check us out. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.